The Galactic Council had made their decision unanimous. Humans were too fragile for military service. Their bones broke easily, their skin tore like paper, and they required constant maintenance just to function. The Vraxian Empire, spanning 14 star systems, had laughed when Earth petitioned for alliance status. That was before they met Maisie. She sat in the medical bay of the Crimson Dawn, the flagship of Admiral Krelthorax, her human frame looking impossibly small against the reinforced medical chair. Designed for Vraxian warriors, her fingers drummed against her knee, a habit she'd developed over the years, to distract from the constant, gnawing pain that radiated through her lower back and down her legs. The human is broken, Krelthorax observed, his crystalline eyes studying the medical readouts. Multiple spinal deformities, nerve damage, chronic inflammatory condition. She experiences pain equivalent to a category 4 combat injury. At all times, the medical officer, an insectoid jiter named Shalix, clicked his mandibles in affirmation. Correct, Admiral. By our standards, she should be catatonic, incapable of basic function. Yet she completed the trials of ascension, Krelthorax said slowly. Faster than any recruit in the past century. Maisie looked up, her green eyes sharp despite the dark circles beneath them. Is there a point to this examination, Admiral? Or are we just listing my medical problems for fun? The Admiral's translator struggled with her sarcasm. Human Maisie, you have been conscripted as a bargaining chip. Your government believed sending one of their defective specimens would satisfy our alliance requirements without risking valuable personnel. Maisie laughed a short, bitter sound. Yeah, that sounds about right. Send the broken girl. What could go wrong? What went wrong, from the Vraxian perspective, was everything. The first incident occurred during a routine patrol near the contested rim. A Korthax raiding party ambushed the Crimson Dawn, their assault ships tearing through shields with plasma fire. Alarms screamed through the corridors as hull breaches vented atmosphere into space. Maisie was in Section 7 when it happened. The blast door sealed automatically, trapping her with 3 Vraxian soldiers and a growing hull breach. The warriors, each standing 9 feet tall with exoskeletons that could withstand small arms fire, immediately moved to the emergency station. Human, stay back. One commanded. We will handle the... But Maisie was already moving. While the Vraxians fumbled with the unfamiliar emergency protocols, she had sized up the situation in seconds. Living with chronic pain had taught her to constantly analyze her environment, to conserve energy, to find the most efficient path through any task, because wasting movement meant more suffering. She didn't running would spike her pain to unbearable levels. Instead, she moved with deliberate precision, each step calculated. She sealed the micro breaches with emergency foam, rerouted power to the damaged section, and stabilized the atmospheric pressure in 47 seconds. The Vraxians stared at her. How did you know? One asked. Maisie leaned against the wall, breathing carefully through a pain flare. When you heard all the time, you learn to think before you move. No wasted effort, no panic. Just problem, solution, execution. Words spread through the ship like wildfire. The broken human had outperformed trained Vraxian warriors in a crisis, but it was the Battle of Terminus Gate that transformed Maisie from curiosity to legend. The Korthax armada had broken through Vraxian defenses and was bearing down on the colony world of New Vraxis. 30 million civilians. 6 hours until planetary bombardment. The Crimson Dawn and her battle group were outnumbered 4-1. Admiral Krelthorax convened his war council. Maisie, now officially designated as a tactical consultant, sat at the table with the senior officers. We cannot win through direct engagement, the Admiral stated. Our only option is strategic withdrawal. And no, Maisie interrupted. The room fell silent. No one interrupted the Admiral. Explain yourself, human, Krelthorax said, his voice dangerously quiet. Maisie pulled up the tactical display, her fingers moving across the holographic interface despite the tremor in her hands. Another gift from her condition. You're thinking like someone who has the luxury of feeling good, like someone who can afford to fight at full strength. She zoomed in on the asteroid field between them and the Korthax fleet. I've lived my entire adult life knowing I'll never be at full strength, never be pain-free, never have a good day to wait for. So I learned to fight anyway, to win anyway, with what I have, when I have it. She began moving fleet markers on the display. The Korthax expect you to either fight or flee. They don't expect you to do both. We split the fleet. Visible forces retreat, drawing them forward into the asteroid field. Hidden forces including the Crimson Dawn wait in the shadows, using low-power mode. That's suicide. One officer objected. Our ships will overheat without active cooling. The crew will suffer. Suffer? Maisie's laugh was cold. Let me tell you about suffering. You endure 20 minutes of elevated temperature. You feel uncomfortable. That's not suffering. That's just discomfort. And discomfort can be weaponized. She continued outlining her plan. The Korthax would pursue the fleeing Vraxian ships into the asteroid field. The hidden ships would emerge behind them, weapons fully charged from their power conservation. The asteroids would limit the Korthax's numerical advantage, and the element of surprise something the Vraxians never employed. Because their honor code demanded direct confrontation would be devastating. This is. The Honorable Krelthorax said slowly. This is survival. Maisie countered. Honor is something you can afford when you're not in pain, when you're not outgunned, when you're not facing extinction. I gave up on honor a long time ago. I care about results. The Admiral studied her for a long moment. Then he turned to his officers. Implement the humans' plan. The Battle of Terminus Gate lasted for hours. The Korthax armada was decimated. Only 3 of their ships escaped. New Vraxis was saved. And Maisie became a legend. In the months that followed, requests for human tactical consultants flooded Earth's diplomatic channels. But the Galactic Council specifically requested Maisie by name. Her strategies unconventional, ruthlessly efficient, and utterly unpredictable had won 17 consecutive engagements without a single allied casualty. The Korthax Empire issued a formal warning to their fleet commanders. If intelligence confirms the presence of the human called Maisie, withdraw immediately. She does not fight like other species. She fights like someone with nothing to lose and everything to prove. Ronnie, Maisie's younger brother and fellow Earth military consultant, visited her aboard the Crimson Dawn after the war entered its ceasefire phase. They're calling you the Pain Bringer now, he said, grinning. The most feared tactical mind in the Empire. How does it feel? Maisie adjusted her position in her chair, chasing a comfortable angle that didn't exist. It feels like Tuesday. Same pain. Different day, but you changed everything. Humans are being recruited across the galaxy now. We're not considered fragile anymore. Maisie smiled genuinely this time. They finally figured it out. We're not fragile. We're enduring. There's a difference. Any species can fight when they feel strong. Humans, we fight when we're broken, tired, in pain, and terrified. And we still find a way to win. Admiral Krelthorax approached, his massive form casting a shadow over the siblings. Human Maisie, the Council wishes to offer you command of your own fleet. I'll think about it, she said, but only if the medical bay has better chairs. These things are killing my back. The Admiral's translator struggled with another concept. A warrior who could joke about weakness while being the strongest person in the room. But Maisie understood what the galaxy was only beginning to learn. Pain didn't make you weak. It made you creative, resilient, unstoppable. And that terrified them most of all.